I did my doctorate in the sociology of mass communications, and I worked at the CBC head office in strategic planning in that field for a number of years in Ottawa at head office. Unfortunately, the CBC prints your retirement date in the upper right-hand corner of your check every 2 weeks, which is not a good motivator. And I wanted to do something more entrepreneurial, so I quit.
So if you hadn't decided to go into real estate, what made you choose?
Well, I did Mary Kay for a while because I wanted to try sales, and I did earn 4 pink Cadillacs, one of which was stolen, the only pink Cadillac in Toronto, and somebody stole it. I got that back. So then I went into real estate here in 1991. Having lived with my parents, and thank you, Mary, my mom was the singer with my dad's orchestra for 25 years at the Hotel Vancouver. And it was fun. I mean, we had Lena Horne to our house for parties. We had Bing Crosby. It was a lot of fun. Nell Torme. Exciting, but I really didn't want that life. So living in their shadow, it was sort of like interlocking neuroses. When you're a star, you have to be on all the time, and I really didn't want that life, aside from the fact that I wasn't talented. Tom.
Now you're a realtor, you're on all the time. How do you handle that thing?
Well, you know that we're not on quite all the time, but I do love helping people, as you do, and finding their hot button. What can I do to help them? Also, people, when they're buying and selling, are at their most vulnerable, and their raw emotions come out, and my job, as is yours, is to protect them and to not hurt them, not let them get hurt, but to help them make a wise choice. And I guess helping people.
How should we plan?
When I worked at the CBC, I was hired by CBC head office in Ottawa, and the announcement of my return, because I had worked as a receptionist when I went to UBC in Vancouver, was in the Closed Circuit magazine. And he was a director of the Olympics for the CBC in Montreal. And he phoned and said, "Welcome back to the corporation. When are you coming to Montreal?" And I said, "Well, amazing coincidence, next weekend." And so I met him then, and we started dating, and look what happened. Lorna.
What is the most valuable lesson that you learned from your father?
One thing that Dad taught me, and that I feel, he always phrased it differently than I do. He said, "Don't forget the balcony." And when he's on stage, he was taught at the Orpheum when he was first performing, don't forget the balcony. How I would interpret that is make everybody feel special. And that's what I try to do in my business.
Nice.